What you're seeing here is footage that was acquired by journalist Ken Klippenstein, friend of the show, showing a Tesla spontaneously stopping in a tunnel in the way of oncoming traffic that immediately causes a pileup. In the end, 9 cars were a part of this pileup and multiple people were injured, including a 2-year-old. This took place in the San Francisco Bay Bridge. You can see right there, because it stops, because the cars are there, and it's like a pileup of people. One car hits another and it just goes crazy from there. 9 people got injured. It blocked traffic on the bridge for over an hour. And according to the driver, he'd been using Tesla's new full self-driving feature before the Tesla's left signal activated and its brakes activated, and it moved into the left lane, slowing to a stop directly in the second vehicle's path of travel. Notably, just hours before that crash happened, Elon Musk had tweeted this: Tesla full self-driving beta is now available to anyone in North America who requests it from the car screen, assuming you have bought this option. Congrats to Tesla Autopilot AI team on achieving a major milestone. He is very much a big fan of the full self-driving, which he calls full self-driving, despite many, even advocates for autonomous driving technology, encouraging him to stop using that terminology because it is not fully aware. It's not capable of driving fully. It is a driver assistance technology. But he believes that it's crucial to the future of Tesla, saying that it's an essential feature. And he said, quote, "It's really the difference between Tesla being worth a lot of money or worth basically zero." Well, let's hope for your sake and the sake of Tesla shareholders that that's not what it's actually dependent on, because it is showing a lot of issues. We're gonna give you some more numbers on the stats and talk a little bit about this technology, but I just again wanted to give credit to Ken Klippenstein for going through the legal process of getting this footage so that people can see what actually happened. It's a complex process, and you can read more of his accounting of what happened at The Intercept. In this topic and many others, he's an amazing journalist. You should definitely support him and follow him on Twitter. That said, JR, what do you make of this so far?
Oh yeah, shouldn't all these Elon Musk followers and loyalists, shouldn't they have seen this coming from the beginning? He said it's a full self-driving beta. We already know that's a problem. Yeah. Everything has to be alpha. Once you're a beta, it's a problem. This is a beta car driving, self-driving. Of course, these things happen. And also, we're gonna actually roll out the woke braking system. These are the terms they use, and I'm saying this joking, but these politicians were talking about the woke policies in the military. What woke policy? What does that mean? These things don't mean anything, but they hear these trigger words. But except when they hear it in this particular case, it's okay. Now, we see Teslas all over Southern California. I think they're probably every other car. This type of stuff freaks me out, man. I watch drivers all the time on the road. I look at them when I'm near them and I see what they're about to do to avoid something. And I've avoided a couple accidents just previewing what might happen from this person who's looking down. But when it comes to self-driving beta cars, I don't know when something's gonna go wrong. They don't know when their car is gonna stop, neither does the car. It's smart to start staying away from these cars because you don't know if someone has initiated some kind of an unknown feature that doesn't work that well, and then you end up in pileups like this. And it sucks, but you gotta start avoiding randos now. But at least there's a name on the back of the car you can watch out for.
I mean, I've had that baked into me for a long time. It's why I had to stop riding motorcycles, because you have to assume that any car at any time is just gonna swerve into you because everybody's on TikTok or whatever while they're driving. And by the way, because of that, I know what a lot of you who watch the show often might be thinking. Oh, I see, John, you're covering this because Tesla did a bad thing and this makes Tesla look bad. You hate Tesla. No, I cannot tell you how many times I don't hate Tesla as a company. In no small part because it has very little to do with Elon Musk. Elon Musk is doing some bad things, and which we'll talk about. I'm not fundamentally against this sort of technology. What I'm against is prematurely rolling it out just so you can have a feature to sell more cars. That's an Elon Musk choice, not an engineer choice. They work on the technology. They don't choose when it's put out. I'm against him continually marketing it as being fully ready to go for full self-driving when they know that it's not ready for that. That is encouraging people to not pay attention and leading to some of these crashes. And by the way, letting out this beta stuff way before it's ready and effectively using people's lives as your testing tool for technology that's not ready for mass consumption. That's the issue. It's not an issue with driver assistance technology. It's an issue with Elon Musk's management of Tesla. That's the problem. And it's a problem that has caused something like 273 known crashes amongst the use of their technology. Teslas, by the way, account for almost 70% of the 329 crashes in which advanced driver assistance systems were involved. So they're overrepresented in issues with these sorts of systems. 19 people have died as a result of this, which is just devastating when you think about all of the lives that have been destroyed because of these systems. And again, this is really about him. I want to jump to this last graphic to give you an idea of how petty his influence over this can be. This is a tweet from 2 weeks ago. He got a message from Whole Mars blog. Users with more than 10,000 miles on full self-driving beta, because they still call it that even after this crash, should be given the option to turn off the steering wheel nag. And he responds, because of course he's on Twitter constantly responding to people, agreed, update coming in January. What does that mean? So that is, you occasionally will get a reminder to not take your hands off the wheel, a brief little digital nudge to remember that this is not a fully aware robot that's driving you around. You still have to pay attention. And one person complains that that's annoying. And so Elon Musk is gonna get rid of it. Does this seem like a person who is losing a lot of sleep over the lives that have already been lost because of this technology? No. Again, this isn't about the technology fundamentally. It's about the management, the rollout, the marketing, and all of that can be placed squarely on Elon Musk.
Yeah, and as you know, a lot of his things has to be quick, has to be done. I'm gonna get to that point, and there's probably some shortcuts taken in that process of doing such a thing.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.